Hey guys, welcome back to GVW Fire Pro Wrestling. We are in season 14, episode 25. This is the last card before the Mid-Year Mayhem pay-per-view, and we've got two more matches to tie some things up as well. I did have a dark match that decided a number one contendership, as I did the triple threat match for the No Limits Cross promotion. It had 3D from COD versus Dusty Rhodes versus John Cena. And Dusty Rhodes ended up winning that. It went 22 minutes and 35 seconds. Got a 94%. So Dusty is the number one contender for the No Limits belt. So he will face off against Akira Taue at the pay-per-view. In other dark matches, Ming defeated Chris Benoit in the Gladiator Pride division, and Hook then defeated Ming to become the number one contender. Now, the Gladiator Pride title match will not be on the pay-per-view. It just hasn't become as popular as I thought it would, so it's just gonna come after the pay-per-view. Let's see here. Oh, also in NXT, Blaine Fleming, the rookie, he ended up defeating Ray Phoenix. Went a little over 19 minutes, and it got a 93%. So with that win, there will be a triple threat match to decide the number one contender for the NXT title between Fleming, Phoenix, and Ricky Saints, and that will happen on card 27, the card after the pay-per-view. Alright, so let's get into it. This is a number one contender match, triple threat for the Undisputed Territory belt, currently held by Willie Mack. And it's between Jake Something, Steve Macklin, and Ken Shamrock. So whoever wins this will be facing off against Willie Mack at the pay-per-view. And then we'll finish up everything with the Acclaim versus Top Flight. Those are the two remaining teams from the Tag Team Turmoil matches. And whoever wins that will become the number one contender for the U.S. title, U.S. Tag Team title, held by Filthy Bros, Matt Riddle and Tom Lawler. Alright guys, Jake Something, Steve Macklin, Ken Shamrock, triple threat elimination for the number one contendership for the Undisputed Territory belt. Here we go. There you have it. Almost the 33.5 minute mark. 100% rating. Ken Shamrock gets the win and becomes the #1 contender to the Undisputed Territory belt, currently held by Willie Mack. I was rooting for Steve Macklin, but I'm alright with Shamrock winning. Good match. Alright, our final match is in the tag team division, the United States tag team division. Alright, and these two teams, like I had mentioned before, are the two remaining teams from the Tag Team Turmoil matches that were set forth a couple cards ago. Had a total of 8 tag teams, and now we're down to 2. Alright, so we got the Acclaimed. Let's see, who should I have starting off? Probably Caster. And they're going to be going up against Top Flight. All right, winner of this comes the #1 contender to the Filthy Bros United States Tag Team belts. Here we go.
10 minutes gone.
All right, there we go. A little over 30 minutes, 15 seconds. And this match as well got a 100% rating. And the Acclaimed will move on to face off against the Filthy Bros for their U.S. Tag Team belts. I'll run down the title matches for the Mid-Year Mayhem pay-per-view real quick. For the CX division, Kevin Knight is going to be facing off against Realistico. In the hardcore match, Tommy Dreamer will be facing off against Mods Kruger. The stipulation hasn't been set yet, though. Midwest Streaming belt, Edge will defend his title against Matt Morgan. And then we just talked about the Undisputed Territory belt. Willie Mack will be defending against Ken Shamrock. And then next, Dusty Rhodes will be challenging the No Limits Cross Promotion Champion. That is Akira Taue from All Japan and Noah. And then we just said this one, the Acclaim versus Filthy Bros for the U.S. Tag Team belts. And then for the World Tag Team belts, Hurt Syndicate will be wrestling the Super Generation Army. That, of course, is Kawada and Masawa. That'll be a tough match. And then the Hurt Syndicate will be back again, defending their six-man trio belts against the Ops. Then I have my secondary title challenge. That's a elimination battle royal. Jay Briscoe, Jay Uso, Ace Austin, Shelton Benjamin, Yuta Tsuji, and Masahiro Chono will all be battling to see who's the number one or the best, at least that day, of the secondary champions. And then my world title challenge is Mike Awesome, Bret Hart, Samoa Joe, Swerve Strickland, Zack Sabre Jr., the Great Muta, and Oba Femi. And then, of course, after that, I have my Battle Royal, 7 rounds before I get my final round of all the winners of each round. So I'll still have 7 in the finals. I'm not going to go through those guys, so. Alright, so we are ready. We are ready for our Mid-Year Mayhem pay-per-view. This is going to be Season 14, Episode 26. Alright, so that does it for this match. And that does it for this card as well. To my kids, Austin and Andrew, Mommy and I love you guys very much, but more importantly, God loves you. And to everyone else, until next time, take care.